well, here it is. Get my oil changed. Right on time, really. Just about 20 miles over the 3,000. Just like the old Secretary of State or any place else where you might wait in line. The Secretary of State's better now than it used to be. The COVID really got him to figure out how to get people in and out. But just like those places, I like to take a book. I prefer that over sitting and staring at a phone. If I'm going to burn my eyes, I might as well do it with something that takes a while. And the book I've been reading lately is Lonesome Dove. You see, Victoria's dad, he's a big fan of Lonesome Dove, from what I understand. I think probably the movie series, however long it took, I've never seen it. But I decided to read the book because I came across it. And I'm reading it, and it's, oh my God, it's horrific. It's just horrific. All the murders and the rapes and the horrors. Just a simple thing. The thing that makes it most horrific is the simple fact that it all seems so natural. Nobody seems to take it too hard. It's just awful. There are people that wish they'd lived in the Old West. Well, you try and go to the next town without Blue Duck stealing your horse and your whore and cutting everybody into pieces. Go Gus. Gus is the guy that's going to take care of things. He's the guy that's giggling all the time and always likes to instigate people and cause shit. And it seems like he doesn't want to work, but he does the work he needs to. And when it's time to do the work he needs to, he's very good at it. Nobody ever sees it because he does it alone. He doesn't need recognition. People that need recognition question their own abilities. A guy like Gus, he doesn't need anybody to see what he's good at because he doesn't need to prove anything. He's just getting the job done. But this Larry McMurtry guy, you know, I wonder what it is that he went through in his life. I can see some of it. Yeah, he's a very good writer from what I see. And every once in a while, I see one of those places in the book. If you're writing a story and you have something you want to say, you can slip it in there, an experience. He's good at that. Right here in this line, it says, that night they all herded, not because the cattle were particularly restless, but because it was drier on a horse than on the sopping ground. Newt began to think it had been a mistake to leave Lonesome Dove if it was going to be so wet. He remembered how dry and clear the days had been there, but he'd forgotten how fucking hot and miserable it was, too. That's funny. We're only 514 pages in, and Newt's already forgotten how hot and miserable it was in Lonesome Dove. Not enough water ever, and too much sun. But here it is. He remembered how dry and clear the days had been there. I wonder if Larry was doing that on purpose, to see if we remembered how terrible it had once been. If he's trying to remind us how sometimes even things that aren't so good are still better than you went through. Yeah. He remembered how dry and clear the days had been there. He and Mouse, his horse is named Mouse, he and Mouse stumbled through the night somehow, though before morning he was so tired he had lost all interest in living. That's the part right there. Oh, just dropped my bookmark. If I'm going to talk, I'm going to need... Well, I know it's 5:14 because I said it, but whatever. That's the line right there. Before morning, he was so tired he had lost all interest in living. That's how I know when I'm too tired. I've been so tired that I just want to cry. And I'm like, ugh. gotta struggle. And you lie down when you're that tired, so tired you want to cry. And you can feel your heart thumping in your chest. And you're just wired because you've had too much. You're still on survival mode. And it seems like it takes forever to fall asleep. And then you do, and you're through it. But that's one of those lines right there that I say. I think that old Larry McMurtry just slipped in a line in his sharing with us that expresses a feeling he's had once before, so that those of us who know that feeling, we can commiserate with Newt. Just feeling so tired. You don't know that you'd lost all interest in living.